Yo, what's going on? Y'all caught me adjusting some props. What's going on? I'm Marcus, the debt free dad, where we're talking finance and attorney reactions. And hey, I'm actually elated and proud to say that I actually put some pictures up that are more consistent with who I am as a person. So before I even dive in, the picture of Ali is just because great athlete, but Ali was also an activist. So that's one of my goats. And the picture of MJ is interesting because MJ for me denotes one of the brokest times in my life growing up as a kid because I like never had any fly ass shoes. So I was like, the minute I get the job, I'm copping all the fly shoes. So, so, so Michael Jordan to me and Jordan shoes were one of the things that I first jumped out there was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get these shoes because I was broke as hell. I couldn't afford them before. Shout out to my guy Wolverine. Yo, when you see this shit, this dude got me cussing out early, but it's after 11. When you see this, it reeks of Scam City. So those was the two pictures I went with. A couple people told me I got an office with a bookshelf, and I was thinking about putting this nice degree up so I could look all official. And they was like, every now and then you shoot a video, you should put on a tight ass suit. But I respectfully declined that because I just wear tight ass suits all the time. I don't need to wear those when I'm at the crib. Now, in this video, we are going to talk about something that I am not calling it a scam, okay? I don't have evidence to say that this is a scam, but I will call it an investment opportunity that I will respectfully decline and run the fuck away from like a bat out of hell. Your boy not going to get into it. He not even looking at it. But when you see the email chain and some of the things associated with this, is kind of hilarious. So again, if you're new to the channel, I'm Marcus. We talk finance and attorney reactions. Hey, always got to put out the disclaimer to keep all of those people whose name is written on that law license of mine happy at the Bar Association. I'm not a licensed. I'm wilding. I'm a licensed attorney in many places, but none of those places amount to me being your counselor at law. And if you see something interested in this video, hey, I want y'all to go ahead, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell notification, hit the dislike button twice if you don't like it, leave a comment, all of that good stuff. Now, in the thumbnail, I had to use Jay Morrison because as I got this email that I'm going to show y'all, my spidey senses started tingling. Now, if you aren't familiar with who Jay Morrison is, and hey, everything is a scam. Not everything, but I think most things are a scam. Yeah, I got you cussing. I didn't do anything. Yeah, bro, we just started and I cussing all, you cussing the first 60 seconds. YouTube like mess with your ability to like monetize the video or something crazy. But I threw Jay Morrison on the cover along. It's funny that other black guy on the thumbnail is like I I literally did a Google search for like black man skeptical, and all you see was black guys whose face was like this. And I was like, yeah, that is the universal sign for when a black person don't believe you or you say something. You kind of like lips all turned up. But I put Jay Morrison on the cover because Jay Morrison is actually interested. Because if you aren't familiar with the black influencer, YouTuber, finance realm, is like it's like a lot of BS out there, okay? It's like finding a rose that grew from the concrete. It's like finding a diamond in a pile of shit. There's a lot of trash out there. There's a lot of people giving bad advice that are crimes, that are illegal, all sorts of crazy stuff. And every now and then when you sift through, you find somebody who like, yo, this person is actually giving salient advice and I haven't heard them say anything illegal yet. So I threw Jay Morrison up there because Jay Morrison's Tulsa Real Estate Fund essentially set the climate and ruined the climate for investment real estate funds. He may have been the godfather of bullshit real estate investment funds. So that's why I put Jay Morrison up there. So we had Jay Morrison with the Tulsa Real Estate Fund where people lost damn near all of their money. Then we had DJ Envy and his boy Caesar Pena, who I did some video on where they was flipping New Jersey and flipping all these properties. And those were the spidey senses that were tingling. Again, I got to throw out a disclaimer. I'm not saying that this is a scam, but I am saying that I looked into this for 5 minutes. I didn't even do anything in depth. And I said, fuck no, I'm not investing my money in this. I don't care what kind of advertisements this person had. So first, let's talk about the email that I got, okay? Let me go and pull it up. I already think I got it queued up. Let me make sure. All right. I got this email pulled up. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay. Now, soon as I saw that email, I was like, what the hell is this? Nobody points like that in the picture for opportunity except Uncle Sam. That's red flag number one. Anytime you see a photo of somebody doing the "we want you" thing, and it's not a, a cartoon drawing of an old white guy with a curly wig and a USA old old USA embroidered jacket on, and it doesn't say "be all you can be" at the only. Anytime I see a flag, an image of somebody pointing like that, I'm automatically like, "Oh man, what this dude?" So I got this email. This email popped up. Let me go and read it for y'all. Okay. BREF, the BREF Fund ILLC. Now, as soon as I saw REF, I was like, Tulsa Real Estate Fund. So this is some type of real estate fund. Then you got BREF Debt Capital LLC. And the gentleman who sent me this, and hey, if you soliciting or sending out correspondence to me when I don't know how you got the email address, you probably looked it up or something. I reserve the right to use you to talk about why the hell I said, hell no, I'm not investing in this. So I scrolled down. Now we got the gentleman there, Thomas Lopez Pierre. Now, I did a mild search. I didn't even dive deep because some things just gave me huge cause to pause. But let's scroll down. They're having a cocktail party and panel discussion in person. Black medical doctors, dentists, Black lawyers, and Black investment bankers building wealth by investing in real estate. Thursday, September 19th, Manhattan, New York. Ticket prices $100, $250, and $500, depending on when you buy. Excuse me. Open bar and light food. If I'm paying $500 or $250, hell, if I'm paying $100, you better have more than some hors d'oeuvres there. But now here are the co-hosts. Again, I didn't even take the time to look up these people because I'm gonna show y'all the easiest way that I point out that this was an investment that definitely wasn't for me. But I will tell you, hey, as a guy who went to multiple historically Black colleges and universities, I will tell you that the all the melanin on the page, I was like, there's a lot of Black people on this page who are associated with this thing. So that made me feel good. And then immediately I was like, oh shit. I kind of got a little cautious. But the co-host of the event, you got medical doctor, you got an attorney, an esquire, a couple of attorneys up there. This sister right here, the Investor of the Year awardee, former managing director at Bank of America, which is a big time job. So, shout out, to those people in their careers. But this was something, again, I declined. Again, certain things with investments that turn me off, if it's targeting a specific group of people. If it's something that's like only for like Black folks, or like it's like, hey, we only giving this to this is only for us Christians because we got to stick together in the name of the Lord. Anything like that gives me a red flag because just think about it. Again, not saying this is a scam. I'm just saying that this shit was not for me to invest in. But let's just be realistic here. If someone is trying to raise capital for an investment and trying to, crowdfund and get people to contribute, and they promising them a return on their investment, if the investment is a really good opportunity, very few instances are they going to limit it to people because of the color of their skin or what their beliefs are. That normally doesn't happen. Normally, investors are like, yo, if you got the money to invest, come rock with us. We trying to make everybody money. So for me, that's something where I was like, this is probably going to be enough. So when I saw the Proverbs verse there, I was like, all right, it was a lot of, this thing is focused on minorities. Okay, my spidey senses is tingling. Then I saw the Christian angle and I was like, my spidey senses are tingling. So, I go down. You can become a corporate event sponsor panelist at $1,000 to $5,000. Now, keep in mind, this event is only for accredited investors. Annual income of $200,000 or more, right? So, like, yeah, accredited investor, they either have to make a certain amount of money a year, or in the alternative, show that they have a certain amount of investment assets. So, this is only going out to very targeted people, professionals, minority who may have some Christian beliefs, and they want people who make a couple $100,000 a year. If you make less than that, we don't want to really rock with you. This event is specifically for them, for this particular event. Then it says, I assembled a panel of service providers, experts, attendees, real estate lawyers, financial planners, life insurance bankers, CPAs, real estate brokers, estate will trust lawyer, and other experts. And so when I saw that, I was like, how the fuck did this dude, Dr. Umar, would be proud? Hey, man, there's a lot of melanin on that thing, which I was like, man, that's dope. The HBCU graduate in me was like, oh, man, look at all them black professionals. Then the attorney who's been doing fraud and white collar crime for so long was like, that's a bait point. But okay, so now this is where it gets interesting, okay? And we're going to take a look at another email. But that first email, let me go ahead and cue this up real quick. I want to make sure I get it queued up. This second email is wild, okay? Now, this next email is wild. Now, when I saw it, I was like, delete. I just deleted it. Then I was like, wait a minute. What the hell was that? I went back and looked. And so I was doing a search. And when I did a search through my email, unbeknownst to me, I probably just deleted it the first time. I got an email from this same individual in 2003. I believe it was January of 2003, right? And I was like, So I went and looked at that email. Now, let me go ahead and pull that email up, and I'm going to make it big because I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see what's going on, because y'all going to think I don't know. I don't think anybody would fall for investing in this as a targeted email. All right, but let's take a look at this email. This is now, the first email I saw was the initial one that we saw about this cocktail party. That's $100 to $500. You got to make $200K or above to even come. It just, shit is real ridiculous, right? But it's already given my spidey senses is going ballistic, okay? Now, I do a search because I was like, I deleted that email. Where did it go? And I saw that this email from January 21, 2003. Same image of Uncle Sam, be all you can be, which is already scary to see a colored person doing the Uncle Sam point at you. Like, what you want? What you pointing at me for? But let's read this. This is wild. I am done with black professionals. Thomas Lopez Pierre. Okay. This message is wild. Okay. This is January 21st, 2023. Dear black professionals, it's 3:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I cannot sleep. I am done with trying to convince black professionals to work together to raise investment capital to invest in commercial real estate and black communities. It will be almost 2 years on April 30th, 2023, since I accepted the first investment into the BREF fund of $10,000. I am so exhausted from trying to convince black professionals to work together to invest in commercial real estate and black communities. Moving forward, this is my last email with regard to black professionals working together to invest in commercial real estate and black communities. For those black people that expressed an interest in investing in the BREF fund, the fund in the past, you must do so before April 30th of 2023. So in January of 2023, this fund manager was fed the hell up with me and other black professionals because we didn't want to support his dream. Even though you the one emailing us, I don't know how the hell you got my stuff, but hey, open source. But he was fed up with black professionals like me who didn't want to help the culture out. And so he said, this is your last time. If you don't invest before April 30th, 2023, you can't invest at all. And of course, he sent me an email in July of 2024. It is hilarious because, I showed my son this email. He said, yeah, this is the email message. He said, yeah, this is the email message where he's trying to get everybody scared of fear of missing out to get your FOMO working. Like, oh, I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. So let's go back to that email. Okay. After April 30th, the fund will no longer accept investment capital. Only family and friends of existing investors will be able to invest in the fund. That clearly was capped. All right, now we go down. I see more Bible stuff, the Gospel of John. Okay, here's another thing. We got to go to the website, though, to look this out. $50,000 profit for Black investors. In less than 3 months, the fund expects to earn $50,000 rate of return on its $100,000 investment in 163 Grafton Street in Brooklyn, New York. And then he got a couple of videos, and then he got some data about how Black folks and brown and colored people don't have enough money. All of these things are good marketing employees to try to pull you in, like, okay, we need to get y'all Black and brown folks, professionals in. So red flag number one for me was, one, the pointing photo. Anytime a brown skinned person, anytime anybody except the Uncle Sam guys pointing at you like this, I'm gonna be like, what the hell is going on? That's point number one. Point number two, everything was too Black. Like, hey, I'm pro-Black, but you only want money from Black professionals. Not saying it's a scam, it's just some shit I'm not investing in. But normally when you see investment that's targeted to a particular culture or race, they're trying to use that. Hey, we have some things in common, the hardship, the struggle. You see it a lot of times with race, culture, religious ideologies. Hey, this is an investment only for Christians because, hey, God want us to be on top. You're like, what? Okay. So those are the things that kind of gave me some red flags initially. But I was like, you know what? Again, I'm not saying this is a scam, but this is a fund that I'm definitely not interested in. So let's go ahead and pull up the actual website. We're going to pull up this website. And when we look at this website, I need y'all take and y'all let me know, is this a yay or nay on the website? Let's see. I think no. All right, right here. We're going to look at a couple of things. Let's go and pull this website up. So I went to his website, and I'm going to show y'all just a few things I looked at. Because I did look. I was like, well, you know what? Hey, I know how it is starting out. My YouTube channel is not a big channel. I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I went back and looked at my very first videos. Those shit sucks. And hell, they kind of suck now sometimes. But I had like a cheap-ass camera. So I get that when something is just starting out, it may not be as refined. So I said, well, you know what? Although I got the pro-Black flags tingling, the Spidey senses, the Uncle Sam be all you can be point that's giving me the Spidey senses, the religious aspect that's giving me the Spidey senses, I said, you know what? Let me take a look at this website just so I can look at this website and just see what's going on. Okay, so 3 companies, they all LLC in New York, building wealth and creating jobs for Black people. This right here is a big ass, huge red flag. Now, I didn't even read what they mean with 50%. But the fact that 50% is up there and is 50% is 50 times bigger than all the other words on the goddamn screen. Like that again is a marketing ploy. Like, yo, we're gonna put this 50% in large ass numbers because we want people to know that this 50% is important. People are gonna look at that 50% rate of return on capital employed. How does the BREF Fund LLC do it? Now, 50% is just a ridiculous number, okay? Typically for me, if anybody tells me, hey, you're going to get a 50% return on investment, or we're giving a 50% return on investment, like, yo, I'm getting the hell out of there because that's just unrealistic. My stock portfolio this year is at like 23%, which is not really normal, but it's at 23%. So to say a 50% return on investment, that's kind of wild and something that realistically, on average, is very hard to guarantee. And if you are looking at a potential return that big, there is so much risk involved. So it means you could possibly hit big, but there's actually a stronger possibility that you won't get shit. So we go down, it says click here, $250,000 for black real estate developers. Invest 5,000 to earn 7.5 per year. Okay. 5,000, 7.5 per year. That sounds a little bit more realistic, okay? But you see the 7.5 is not in fucking bold, bigger than all the other font on screen. Just the 50% is, right? Then you got 10,000, earn 15% on preferred rate of return. Invest 100,000, earn 20% preferred rate of return. Okay. Now we got some videos up here that we're not gonna look at, but here are the members, and we got to remember this: the fact that these people are members are important because, again, we have to do due diligence, and I want y'all to know how to look at an investment opportunity. So I actually looked at the articles of incorporation because I need to know who has what powers to control what. The members, the managing partner. I need to know what the hell's going on. But they list out the members, they list out a list of the investors. And one of these images I got up here, I'm gonna pull this image up right now because I want y'all to see how many investors and how much capital that they have right now. Let me go and pull this up so y'all can see the investors and the capital that they have currently at the moment. All right. All right. So the investment committee, these are all people who invested. And these are the investors. The first investor was a journalist, 35 racks, medical doctor, dentist, investment banker. Okay. All professionals, all people, according to them, accredited investors have a certain amount of assets or more than $200,000 a year salary. We go down, we go down. Medical doctor, lawyer, chief nurse, executive, electrician. There's an electrician up here, a couple of electricians, two electricians, lawyer, medical doctor, engineers, real estate investors, blah, blah, blah. Man, there's a lot of lawyers up here. God bless them. There's a lot of attorneys up here. So we got investment objectives, still with the point, 50,000, 50% rate of return, biggest day on the front page. We see that in smaller text is broken down to some numbers that some may call reasonable, but I'm like, but as I was going through, request funds, okay, $250,000 building wealth and creating jobs for Black people. Now, let me see where I can find it. I saw something that really stood out to me, and I was like, okay, all right. So, all right, earn 20% preferred rate of returns. These numbers just going all over the place. You got a large 50%, 7.5 if you invest 5,000, 10 if you invest 10, 20 now 20% preferred rate of return. Is a lot of numbers getting thrown all over the place, and I'm just be honest, just the way this is given, it didn't give me any reason to dig deep into the numbers because it was a big fuck no for me. But the other thing is, let's take a look at this right here in bold. 50% rate of return on invested capital. How does BREF Fund LLC do it? I don't know what invested capital is, but the fact that there's an error, one of your biggest selling points, which is, in my opinion, an overinflated return, is that's a big red flag. Now, BFD make mistakes all the time. I've been typing the title for a video at 1 a.m. after I edit it and I misspell something. So it happens. But if you asking me for thousands of dollars to invest, your shit needs to be clean. I don't want to see a rate of return on invested capital because I don't know what invested capital is. So you need to make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's, okay? Now, the next thing that I looked at that I thought was interesting was, well, is one big red flag that's easy for me to identify if something is a legitimate investment opportunity. You want to look at who controls the investment, who controls the fund. One of the big issues that Jay Morrison had when he was doing this Tulsa real estate fund, when you look through the articles of incorporation, the corporate formation articles, He was the lone controller of everything. When one person has the ultimate control to do everything, it's going to be a big problem because it leaves way for fraud. When you got one person who control everything, it leaves a big room and opportunity for fraud. So I pulled up the articles of incorporation, and I'm gonna be honest. Normally, I went to the Secretary of State's website, but hey, again, it's not an investment I would touch, but they did have their articles of incorporation, which were the actual real articles of incorporation, posted on their website. So let's take a look. I want y'all to look at one provision in these articles of corporation so we can get an idea of this is probably one of the biggest red flags. All right, these are their articles of incorporation. We're gonna look at page 11, but these BREF Fund LLC, a limited liability company operating agreement. This was entered into in 2001. We're going to go to page 11. Page 11 is where the meat and potatoes are. All right, page 11, management. Okay, we're going to look at management. And because your boy blind, we're going to make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see. All right. But this is always a red flag when you're looking at anything that you're thinking about investing in. If sole control is isolated to one person and there's no language of a way to vote that one person out, or where the board of directors can't vote that person out, you need to run the fuck for the hills because it is no edits in place. It's susceptible to fraud because that one person has exclusive control. Management of the company. The business and affairs of the company shall be managed exclusively by the managing member. The managing member shall be the initial managing member of the company. The company shall be managed by one managing member. None of the members shall take part in the management or control of the company's business and shall have no authority to act on behalf of or to bind the company. A substitute managing member may be admitted to the company as provided by Article 6. The managing member shall be responsible for all management and decision-making matters with respect to the company, including overseeing the company's day-to-day operations and affairs. Powers of the managing member. Without in any way intending to limit the powers of the managing member, subject to the provisions of Section 4.6, the managing member shall have the right, power, and authority on behalf of the company. Okay, maintain accounts with brokers, administer or custodian pledges, securities, or other assets for loans to secure the obligations of the company. As you go through this entire thing, I'm not going to go through it, but all the power vests with one managing member, and y'all can take a guess who the one managing member is. The one managing member is Mr. Pierre, the individual who started the fund, and the deputy managing member is his son, who is, according to a video, a freshman in college who just got his real estate license. So the moral of this takeaway is, be really cautious and careful of things that you think may be a good opportunity to invest in. I literally looked at this for 5 minutes, maybe 10. I looked at it for 10 minutes. Normally, what I would have done is a Google search of the actual company, which I did. I would have gone to the state website where the company is created and the county where it's located or registered at to search for the records, which I did. Then I would look at the owner, do a search in the court system for the owner name in the county and the state where the individual is located to see what's on their court records. I didn't do that. I kind of did that. There were some campaign finance stuff out there because, hey, this guy is connected. I mean, he had pictures with Obama and Jesse Jackson, and he had I believe he may have, if not, is a politician or ran for office or something to that effect in New York. So again, I'm not saying that this fund is a scam. I'm just saying that for me, this was an investment opportunity that I definitely had to pass on because it just gives too many red flags. There's too many red flags on the rate of return. There's too many red flags. Just considering the climate of investment real estate funds made by Black people is just a history and a aura of them not being legit and on the up and up. So those are kind of the vibes I got. So I respectfully declined. And of course, I unsubscribed. I don't even know how the fuck I got subscribed, but I unsubscribed because I definitely don't want to get any more emails from Mr. Pierre with regards to his fund. But the first thing you want to do, just Google the company, Google the owner's name, go to the state secretary of state website to pull up the articles of incorporation, do a search in the court records for the owner of the companies or the members of the company. Look at the articles of incorporation and see who manages the company and see if that manager of the company has exclusive unilateral control. Normally, what you want to see for something that's kind of respectable or doesn't give you two cause to pause, you will see maybe a managing member, but on certain decisions, that managing member has to get a quorum or 60% of some type of votes from the board of directors or the non-managing members or something to that effect. That's normally how it works. You go to a law firm, you have a managing partner who managed the firm, but the managing partner doesn't have exclusive unilateral control to make every business decision. He has to go back to the other partners or the board of directors and hey, this is what I want to do, has to get a vote. That's how it should look to be an effective operating business. So I respectfully declined this. Hey, for me personally, I wouldn't recommend delving into it. Again, I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm just saying the rate of return, the shady emails where you cussing, the shady emails where you cussing, saying you tired of Black folks, Black professionals like DFD not wanting to invest in your fund. Yo, that's kind of whack and kind of corny. So I just couldn't do it. I just thought it was crazy as hell. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I just wanted to do a quick video real quick on this because your boy hungry, and I told my son it's late and we about to go do some old school hood stuff. You know how you used to come from the club back in the day, and you be like, man, we come from the club, we hungry, we're gonna go to IHOP. So me and my son about to go get some late night grub at IHOP. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Homegirl Lisa J Stocks, check out her channel. She actually has some solid, legitimate financial education that she's giving folks. I've been listening to her channel now, watching her videos for in excess of a year. And to date, I've never heard her say anything that was remotely crazy. More importantly, I've never heard her say anything that was illegal. So shout out to her. Shout out to my guy Wolverine for tuning into the chat. Y'all take care. Have a safe one. Be safe. Be blessed. Peace.